Hello again, it's James from JRTBs. It is May the 21st. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning and it's 65 degrees already today. It's supposed to be, they say like 84, 85 degrees. So I figured I'd get an early jump today. I finally just had to take a day off from my day job to get through and check all these colonies. A lot of them I split, took queens out, left swarm cells. I've had a lot of swarms still in the past 2 weeks, and I've caught a bunch of them. They're down there, so I really just need to check on them and see if there's any new queens yet to mark. Make sure there's no laying workers, and I'm pretty much sure that they're going to be plugged out with honey. I just don't know if it's capped and ready for harvest yet, so I want to check on that. And I'm out of supers, so I might have to just try to extract some and get them some, drawn comb back to make some room. But my plan for this spring honey is I want to have one full super, totally full capped for each colony, and I want to leave it on and let them guard it, throughout the season. Because I'm trying to get a little bit more of a fall honey crop this year. So I've got a lot of spring honey left over from last year still. I'm sure I'm going to have to take some just so they have some room, but I'm going to consolidate if I have to and just make sure there's one full box of honey, and I'll leave it up on top of every colony, and I'll mark it with the blue tape, painter's tape, and I'll mark her, so I know that one's going to stay, and then figure out what I'm going to do with the rest. But yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I have no idea what I'm going to find. So I figured it's going to be an all-day process, but I figured I'd take you through as many as I can. It might be a long video, and whatever I find, we'll go through it together and try to figure it out as we go. But this is the kind of beekeeping I kind of like, just going into a colony and not knowing what you're going to find, and kind of just, you got to figure it out on the fly. And hopefully they start making new queens, and the last thing I want to find is laying workers. That's a nightmare. This big colony here, it's got 4 supers on it, and I took this queen out and left them cells, and I literally haven't been back in here, so I have no idea. But we're going to start right here and go through and see what we find. So let's get to it. Yesterday I went to my out yard apiary, and it was in the afternoon and it was already getting hot. And I got two of the colonies, and the camera overheated, so I lost the video. It's a video of the last colony, but that one still no queen, and that's the one I split. So they're still working on making a queen. But there was so much honey in there, and there was some capped honey that I took. I just took the 6 frames of capped honey out, brought them home, spun them out, and I have that comb ready to go back on. Later this week I'll just run them 6 frames back over and put them in, and hopefully they make a new queen. Lots of bees right off the bat. Make sure you can see. So it's a little early. They're flying, but not a whole lot. So we'll see how they are. Most of the bees are still home. nectar. Nice spring honey. I'm just looking down in to see if I see any caps yet. And this looks like it's pretty full, but I don't see any caps. I'm just going to take this one right off. Set it down. Yeah, this one's full. It's not capped yet. Not a good morning for the smoker to be acting up. Gonna try to get this relit in a second. All right, now we got some smoke. See a lot of new white wax here. I'm going to lower you down a little here. Yeah, so hopefully there won't be any overheating this morning on the camera. Starting to cap. This is an outside frame. And get more towards the middle and check on them. Heavy. Really fat frame. They threw this one out really fat. Sorry if my arm is in the way. So this is looking like it's full and capped. Almost capped. They're capping that. Okay. So I think this is definitely further along than the other one. So I'm gonna mark this super as the one I want to leave with them going into winter. And they'll finish that out. Yeah, they're definitely a little crankier. Honestly, this is the earliest I've ever inspected. So I'm going to move this one for a sec. I'm going to put this one down first because I'm going to put this one now on the top. Oh, yeah, they're heavy. Two full supers of honey. Now let's see if they actually have a queen. Make sure you can see good here. Feels like a heavy heavy frame. Yeah, it's all nectar. Nectar and pollen. Full. Because they got nowhere to store anymore. I'm going to have to get some more supers. Another nectar frame. Yep, just full of nectar. I like to take out at least 2 when I'm doing inspections. Give me plenty of room. There's some cups here on the side. It's like supersedure area, nothing in them. Alright. There's some clean, polished frames there in the middle, but I don't see any eggs. So no sign of a queen yet. No brood or anything. I don't have the sun here to help me, kind of in the shade. This is all open. I'm looking for eggs. Try and use the sun. And yes, there's eggs. Really hard to see. So now I'm going to be looking for a queen. Check for eggs on this side. Yeah, there's eggs on this side too. So we do have a queen. So really I probably could just put this hive away and get them another super for space, but I'm going to see if I could find this queen. And for 2024, the queen color is green. So I'm going to get my queen marking kit out. And just in case I find her, over here. Let's see. More nectar. It's been a really, looks like to me, a really good nectar flow this year. And there's eggs there. So queen could be anywhere. I don't go too crazy. If I don't find her, I don't find her. It's just nice to, you know, we got a new laying queen. It'd be nice to get her marked. And I'll know, like, if they do swarm and if she's a marked queen and she's gone. This is just a new frame they drew out and filled with honey. So they need some room to move some honey up to make room for that queen to lay. Really heavy. It's all pollen. Pollen and honey. Pollen and honey. Lots of it. And I put this new frame in here, and They're not doing anything with it. So I do have, when I find something like this, it just needs to be re-waxed. I'll just check and make sure the queen's not walking around. But I have some other frames that are going to be better for this. They chewed all the wax I put on off of it. So I'm going to shake them off. And I'm going to replace it in a minute with a better frame that they can hopefully utilize. So I haven't seen a queen, but I could have easily missed her. But this hive is just packed out with honey. But it looks like she just, the queen just started laying on those 2 frames. This is all pollen, bee bread. Well, it's a beautiful bee bread frame. So they've got everything they need to make lots of new bees except room. Let's check the last one. More bee bread. Nope, I didn't see a queen. Maybe you guys did. But I know she's in there. They were all single eggs. Usually with a laying worker, you'll see multiple eggs. I didn't see that. So they drew these out really fat. So I'm going to get a frame real quick to put back in there. So here's a frame. It's all, they started drawing this out of another colony. So hopefully with the nectar flow, they will utilize that a little bit more than that other one. Okay. So I'm just going to put this back together. Should be a queen in there somewhere. This one definitely needs some room. Actually, what I might do is, you're not too happy with me. That one that's capped, there's 2 full supers there. So the one that's capped, I'm going to mark it. And I might just have to get that one extracted and back on, and then leave the other one for them. I always try to center my frames and leave a little room to get that first one back out. I wonder where my queen excluder is, and it's stuck at the bottom of the bottom super. So that's not good. Gotta get that. Queen should be in there. This is the one that was on the top. Yeah, I looked at it a little bit. Pull one out of the middle and see. Yeah, they're starting to cap it. Just scraping some of the wax I had on the bottom. This is the one that was down on the queen excluder. Give it a little smoke. Oh, they're heavy. Okay, let me check. Check again. And these are in desperate need of space, but can't extract it until it's capped. Yeah, this one's actually not as far along. So I moved that. The one below it is further along. This one's more capped. So by moving it down, maybe they'll cap that one faster, hopefully. Because I gotta get it extracted. I always have a bucket with me for wax. Go ahead, girls. Yeah. Coming in. Okay. So this is number 15. We're gonna say queen. Queen right. And needs space for honey. And tape right on this super here. And let's see, today's the 21st, so I would say in a week, 5/28. Just gonna write spin. Spin for space. I don't know. We're gonna have to get by. Until then, it's not completely ready. It's not fully capped, so best I could do. Unless I get another super, but they're not drawn out frames, so it'll give them some room. But there's no brood in there right now, so they're not getting any bigger. Right now, they're actually getting smaller because bees are dying every day. But there's definitely a queen in there. I just didn't find her. Okay. Didn't overheat yet. Let's look at this monster hive and see what we got. I'll raise you back up for this one. All right. So far one, at least there's a, I know there's a queen in there. Laying workers are the worst. And if I go in here, and this colony might have swarmed, and if I find one of these supers doesn't have much in it, they don't have a whole lot of bees, I'll take one of these supers and give it to the neighbor. I can't, it's so high I can't even see up there. There's bees. I'm just going to start taking these supers right off. It doesn't look like there's much in this one, so I might be able to give this one to the neighbor. Yeah, this is empty. Oh, that's perfect. There's some bees in it, but they haven't really. There's a couple drawing out columns. There's really no bees in that one. So, before I go any further, I am going to just give this one the neighbor. As you can see, all the bees, and you can definitely use the space. This one's empty. There's a little bit of drawn comb in there, and maybe they'll draw it out. What I'll do is I'll come back in a week and pull that super off the spinet. I'll move this super down right on top of the brood nest, and then maybe that'll get them a jar. Alright, so I'm going to write down on that one, added top super. Oh, this is how I do I have every colony, and I just kind of, it helps me with the numbers. This is my other yard that I was at yesterday. I have a nuke over here behind. I don't know, for me visually that's how I like to do it. All right, let's see what we got in here. There's bees in this box, but again, not a whole lot. Oh, it's about half full of honey. See some drones up here. You know what, let's pull a frame out of the middle. See what is going on. Almost full of nectar. We're still working on this box here. Looks like these two over here are full. Let's see. Yeah, these are full. Starting to cap. That side's capped. The one next to it is almost capped. So they're still working on that one. Yep, that one's not quite full. This colony was so big coming out of winter. This is one I split, took the queen out, and yeah, there's a queen excluder. So let's see what this frame is looking like. This might be a full one, which I'm going to try to keep with the colony. Oop. Not capped. I'm guessing this colony probably swarmed. Not a ton of bees. There's some cups up here. Clay cups. Bunch of drones. We got honey in this one. So this is one I'll probably leave. Judging by the amount of bees, there's not that many bees, so I might be able to take another super away from this one and add to another colony like I did next door. Yeah, this one's the heaviest so far. So that one's almost full. Yeah, the bee numbers are way down. So I'm afraid this one could have turned into a laying worker if they didn't make a queen. So let's see what's going on. This looks like a new, yeah, this is it's got a 24 on it, so this is a new comb. They just started it. At least it's still got lots of wax on it. So that's good. You'll see what I see, the good and the bad. We'll see what's going on together. That's all nectar. Bee numbers are down. So I'm assuming this one's swarmed. I just hope they made a queen. Another heavy frame. What I don't have is my little flashlight. It fell out of my pocket yesterday. So I'm looking down. They have some cleaned out cells in the middle there. That's all nectar. Usually when you see cells all polished, that usually means they know there's a queen coming. It's another new frame. They're starting to build it out. Let's see. Hoping to see eggs. They're roaring pretty loud though. Nope. It's all nectar. There's queen cells right there. That's probably the ones I left. And they were chewed. They emerged, so they chewed out of the one. I think. That one. There's an egg in that one. Can't see the other one. It looks like she chewed out of that one. So there definitely could be a queen. I'm gonna look around for a virgin. I'm gonna keep that one out for a minute. Yeah. It's weird, there's a queen cell with an egg in it. And the other one looks like it was already emerged, so Could have emerged and swarmed. There's another queen cell that looks like it was already emerged. There's another queen cell. They like swarming, Italians. I'm looking into, there are a lot of open cells here in the middle, ready to lay. Just want to open that up and see. Yeah, it's definitely a, you can see how hard it is. So that one made it all the way through its cycle and emerged. So same with that one. So this one definitely swarmed. I just hope they made a queen. Or left a queen. I'm looking for a virgin. Probably too early to go out on mating flights this morning. I don't know what time they go out, but that's another possibility. You never, if you don't see a queen during the day, she could be out mating. There's another big queen cell on the bottom, emerged. Lots of open, cleaned out, polished cells in the middle. Definitely no brood. I'm looking for eggs. And now they are they're all polished. That whole, from here to here, is all open, polished, ready for a new queen. So normally, same with this side. Just gonna cut these off. So when I know they're making a queen, and I see that, the polished cells, it's pretty much a given that they know there's a queen coming, and that's why they're making room. Trying to spot a virgin running around sometimes is very difficult. This is all nectar. So I'll check one more here. Ow. Just got one right in the middle finger. I think it was my fault. It was on my Hive tool. That hurt. And then this is all polished right in the middle. Cells. Same with this side. So they are definitely preparing for a new queen. Yeah, no eggs. Don't see her, but I'm hoping she's in there. So for this, just gonna put it back together. B numbers are down, so I could steal another super from them. And there's no brood in here, so this colony is going to be getting smaller. This is the one with there's an egg. That is very odd. There's an egg in there. This one emerged. I'm going to leave that alone. Not sure. If they really need a queen, they're roaring, then they'll still be able to turn that one into a queen. So this one I'm going to have to check sooner rather than later. I'm going to put this new frame right in the middle, let them work on it. This one I'm going to have to check for laying workers. I'll give them 2 weeks, and then check on this one again. Queen excluder back on. So this is their super that's really heavy. That one I want to leave. We're going to leave that one for fall. Leave for fall. And that, I mean, they really don't need much. I'm going to give them one more. This one's got some honey in it. I think I'm going to leave this other super off. There's, you know, maybe 15 pounds or so in this other super. I'm just going to leave it off for now. See what else I find. Because this colony definitely doesn't need it anymore, number-wise. Be able to use that one on a bigger colony. A few bees in it. Not going to hurt putting it on another colony. So I'll leave that there. And let me put down number 12. No queen. Check back in 14 days. And I always write polished cells, which means hopefully they're making a queen. All right. These two are pretty small, although yesterday they were really bearding on this number 13. So I don't want to bore you all day, but 13 was really looking big, so let's go through that and see what's going on. 13. I gotta add a little bit more fuel to my smoker. All right, so this is definitely, this one here is a candidate to add that super to, because I think they're just packed out. Yep, looks like lots of bees. I do have a queen excluder on this one. all the bees up there. You can see all the white wax looking down in there. This super is probably full of honey. Let's pull one out and see if it's capped. This is definitely, though, going to be one I leave, whether it's capped or not, because it's their only super. There's actually still some room. It's not that heavy yet, so they're drying it down, but that's all new. That's all new wax. Yeah, I actually don't see anything capped yet. It's full. So yeah, this is definitely one I'm gonna leave. Yeah, I can feel the weight. Oh yeah. This is jammed full. Oh. Put that inner cover back on. That super, so all those bees have a place to go. Yeah, that's the heaviest super so far. It's heavier than the other ones that I pulled off. Just not capped, but that's a good one to leave for my strategy. Hopefully get some fall honey. Last fall, I only took one super combined of fall honey. It really wasn't that great of a fall flow, and it might not be great again this year, but I actually sell a lot more fall honey than I do spring honey. That's what everyone likes, all that dark honey. It's supposed to be more healthy, so I'm going to try to get some more fall honey this year. This is a heavy frame. It's just all honey, whole thing. Full honey frame. So frame like that, I might consider taking out. So they've got plenty of honey above, and giving them a frame they could work. Another full frame of honey. You can feel it. Yep. Almost got it again. My fault. That's all bee bread in the middle. And honey and bee bread on this side. So that one I wouldn't take. If it's just a deep frame of solid honey, get that out of there, give them some more room. They're they're being pretty good this morning. I didn't really smoke this yet. So we got brood, and they're backfilling. There's the queen, and she's not marked. She's right there. She's a fast one. I'm going to see if I can get her marked. Where'd she go? I lost her. Let's see if she went to the other side. She must have scooted. She must have went down. I took my eye off her for a second. Nope, there she is. She's very small. So she might be trying to swarm. She's very small. Okay. It'll be green. And this way I'll have her protected so I can get through this colony pretty quick. Now, let's see where she is. Okay, so she's got a green dot. Put her down, find the other super, protect her for now. So now I want to check, make sure they're not trying to swarm. And then by giving them another box, it should help relieve some of the congestion. But honestly, I need to get some more supers. These are all single deeps. So when they get big, they should have minimum 2. A lot of them need 3. Yeah, they're backfilling. There's a cup right here. Nothing in it. They're backfilling the brood nests with honey and pollen. There's another cup right there in the middle. Nothing in it. And who knows, I don't know if that was a laying queen or a virgin, but there's all young larvae and eggs, so that pretty much confirms that that queen I just marked, that should be the, the queen. That's all eggs right there where it's open. Looks like a good brood pattern, except for the honey that they're backfilling everything with, but that's all full of eggs. Looks good. Make sure you didn't overheat. Not yet. Definitely getting warmer. I'm doing these upper hives. They get the sun first, so that's why I'm starting here and gonna work my way down. Nice brood, but again, it's all pollen and nectar in the middle. They're all backfilling it all, but I don't see any swarm cells. That's good. Honey dripping between these two. They'll clean that up. Oh yeah, look at the sheet of brood. This colony is big already, and it's gonna get bigger in a hurry. More brood. I'm not seeing any swarm cells, lots of honey. And it's, May 21st. Basically a month ago, these were all starving, and I had to feed them. Coming out of April, because April was so horrible, they missed the whole red maple pollen and nectar because they couldn't fly because the weather was so horrible. And I lost a colony beginning of April because of starvation, so I had to feed all of them like mid-April. So that's all open larvae, eggs, larvae, all stages. There's a cup here at the bottom. Let's see. Nothing in it. Bees are getting a little grumpy with me. Watch out, ladies. 2 more. Might as well check them. I've seen swarm cells all the way on the outside frames. Nah. Honey. Honey. There's bee bread. Bee bread on that one. So let me see what this next frame, if this is just honey, I might take this one out. Got it completely sealed in there. Watch out. Oh, yeah, very heavy. Wow. Heavy frame. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this one out. Shake the bees off. Still open there. I'm just curious. I'm going to do a shake test. This thing must weigh 6 pounds, 7 pounds. So my guess is it's dry. Nope, it's shaking out a little bit. Yeah, so it's definitely not worthy of extracting. I'm going to clean up this side while I got it open. Just covered with brace comb. I just knocked that wax down in, and I don't know if they reuse it or not, but I don't think it hurts to be back down in there. So I'm not going to take that one. I'll let them finish what they started there. Okay. This is the one with the honey and all the bee bread. Flip the bee bread around. And I'm going to check this other honey frame and see if it's something that I can take. Get some of this off. Watch out, ladies. Nah, this one's still wet too. So they got three honey frames over here. Oh, it's tight. Just got it again in the thumb. They're not too happy. All right. When you get stung, it's a good idea to just smoke that area to get rid of that alarm pheromone. Doesn't help with the pain, but it helps from more stings. Okay. So let's get them down. Still on? Yeah. Now we got the queen. She's marked green. I want to see how she looks. Hard to see her in there. Make sure she still has the green on her. Yep, she's marked good. So we want to let her go. if she'll come out. Give her a little push. There she goes. Yep. Wait till she goes down. She's right there crawling around. There she goes. Okay. Get this queen excluder back on. So now we got the one super that's really full. This super is from the neighbor, and yeah, it's not quite half full. So they'll have instant room to start bringing that honey up, hopefully, and giving her more room to lay. And giving these bees more room. Now this one, oh, this one weighs probably 40 pounds. But there's no, it's not capped yet. And this is the one I want to leave. Look at the amount of bees. This is the one I want to leave. I'm not taking any honey out of this colony, not yet anyway. So, put the tape on. This tape lasts for a while. You know, it'll last throughout the summer. Sometimes it starts peeling off because these are all wax dipped boxes. So this is a leave for fall. And I'm going to write full on it and full on this other one. This way I know it's full. I mean, they might, you know, once the dearth hits, they could come up in there and eat a bunch of that. That doesn't mean it'll be full in the fall, but I mean, normally I would let them cap that and take that off, extract it, put it back on, you know, and this one, you know, leave one with some in it, and by the time the fall flow comes around, they've pretty much eaten everything because of the dearth in August. And so this year I want to leave them with a full super each, and hopefully, I mean, I know it'll be enough to get them through the dearth, but hopefully they have a lot of it left coming out of the dearth. And then, you know, I'll extract everything else and have it ready and, you know, open comb for them to store, hopefully, a fall flow this year. But, yeah, I don't want to take up any more of your time. This is what I'm doing today. Going through each colony and figuring out what I got and moving stuff around, moving honey around, seeing what's ready to go and what's not ready to go. But yeah, I got a long, hot day ahead of me. All right, hopefully you're having good luck with your bees. If I find something totally crazy, I'll try to turn the camera back on, but it's going to get hot, and the camera's not going to work this afternoon. That's why I wanted to make a video this morning before it got too hot. Alrighty, good luck with your bees. I'll talk to you soon.